Let's work on making some stickers. I've created a practice sheet. You can grab it for free in the link in the description below. We're going to work on tracing the images, creating an offset, simplifying that offset for better cuts, the whole 9 yards. Hi, I'm Brenda Lambert. I'm a TJC licensed instructor for Silhouette. You found your way to Silhouette success. We're going to have a ton of fun today, learn some things along the way. So let's get started. You want to start by grabbing this free sticker sheet from my website. The link is in the description below. I designed this sheet to have specific issues that we need to overcome. Most of these images have a dark outline and they are going to be super easy to trace. However, I did throw in the eagle and the ice cream cone that have very light edges in some parts, so we have to make sure we capture those in our trace as well. Now, typically we would grab our trace panel, select trace area, and draw our box around our images. Increase the threshold until everything lit up and click on trace and detach. You can see that this is taking a little bit of time. We're going to work on that as well in just a minute. Now we don't even really need to zoom in to see that these cut lines are terrible. And that is in part because we had to bring the threshold up enough to capture the lighter areas. Let's get rid of those cut lines and try again. We are going to select our trace area just like we did before. This time we are going to zoom in right on top of this ice cream cone. We're going to be very careful as to how high we set our threshold. I'm going to bring it up, and once that starts filling in, we're just going to use the up arrow instead of the slider to figure out exactly what number we need to land on. Now at 93, this is completely filled in, but before we zoomed in, we could not see that. So the biggest takeaway here is to zoom in before you adjust your threshold, and you only want to bring up the threshold as far as necessary. Don't go overboard with it. Now we can once again click trace and detach. It didn't take quite as long because these lines are a lot smoother. There were a lot less nodes in these traces. Now you can see along this hat, it does have a little bit of a white outline, but since we're turning this into a sticker, it's really not that big of a deal. As long as the cut lines are smooth, we are good to go. Now you can see here that it did pick up this little dot and this little dot. We don't need those, so let's delete those. And another small issue is with this firework over here, these bottom pieces need to be grouped with the main part of the image. So we can select all of those while we're at it, right click and group those together. So now it moves around as one, and we're not going to lose any of the little bits. Now, if you find that your system starts lagging when you use trace and detach, there is another method that we can use. Let's do select trace area, cover our designs with our box. Remember that our threshold was 93, so we can just type that in now and click on enter. And instead of trace and detach, we're going to go with trace outer edge. That did generate cut lines around our images. And now we just need to select those cut lines and the image, open up the modify panel and crop. You get the same results and it weighs down your system a lot less. Let's talk about offsets next. For this particular file, I prefer a chunky offset, not that chunky. Let's go with 0.085. I'm going to click on apply and fill that in with white. I prefer the chunkier outline on this because they are just so cute. It just gives it a little bit more of a playful feel. If you have a thinner offset when you cut your stickers, it looks more refined, I guess. Now, when we go over to the send page, we can use tool 1 outline of selection, and that's going to turn off the inside cut lines around the actual images. You will notice, however, there are a couple spots in some of these where there is still an inside cut. We need to get rid of those. Let's go to design. We can double click on the offset to bring up the editing points. If we zoom in on that inside cut, we can select any one of those nodes and just hit the backspace button and that will disappear. Or if you don't like messing around with the editing points, we can select the offset, right click, and release the compound path. Then we can just click on that inside bit and delete it. Now, because our offset was large, only 3 of our offsets had the interior cut. All of these are ready to go now. We can select all of our pieces, right click and group. Once you turn on your registration marks, you just need to scale it down so that it fits with inside of the hatched areas. We've already set these to use outline of selection. These are ready to go. Now, if you prefer a smaller offset, we can set this to 0.05 and click on enter. That's going to bring the offset much closer to the actual images. We can click on apply, fill them in with white, and let's group everything together for a minute so we can move these off of the mat and move these onto the mat. Now, when we go to the send page here, you can see that this has a lot more inside cuts than the first one. And then there's this area here that just looks real wonky. So let's go back to design and we can fix these as well. We'll need to ungroup. And I like to zoom in on the individual images so that I can see what I'm doing. Let's release the compound path. Now you can see that there's this interior cut and this one as well. If we hold down our shift key, we can unselect the main portion of that offset. These 2 interior pieces are still selected and we can delete those. Now, in order to fix this area here, we'll need to double click on the offset that's going to bring up the editing points. And we want to eliminate all of this part in here. Let's start with this editing point. You can see this red line shows you which way you're working. So it's going to go from this point to this point, which is what we want. We want to just carry along this line. With that editing point selected, we can just start hitting the backspace button on our keyboard. That's going to eliminate all of those inside nodes. And now we have a smoother outline for our sparks. Can go through and work on each one of these individually. Once they're ready to go, you can right click and group. And just so we can see the difference in the offset, I'm going to draw out a rectangle and send that to the back. But I also want to turn off all of these cut lines. So let's select this one and set all of the cut lines to no color. And that's going to give you a real good idea of what the end result will look like. This set has the smaller offset. This offset is a little bit chunkier, and that is all just preference, but you want to make sure that you go through the steps of fixing all of your cut lines. There is one more step we want to take. Let's right click and ungroup all of these. We'll want to select the offset, double click to bring up the editing points and simplify. That's going to make sure that our cut on all of these is super smooth and they're not going to be jagged, and they're actually going to cut out a lot quicker as well. These are just adorable. I am putting links to everything that I used in the description below. So if you want to know what I used to create these stickers, check that out. If you want to share pictures of your progress, head over to the Facebook group and post them there. Go create something amazing, and I'll see you in the next video.